Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now, this video right here is a prime example why you women must keep your men away from certain women or be aware of certain women who's always in your business, whether they always talking about your husband, asking what he's doing or where's he at, is he treating you right. You have to understand, the mouth speaks what's in the heart. So if a person asks you things about another person, it means one thing, one or two things. Either they really care about that person, which is still kind of ironic, depends on the relationship the person has with that person, or that person is always on their mind and they can't get that person out their mind. It's like a fatal attraction, as in this case right here, where you have a Virginia woman, VA, to all my people in the DMV area up there. This woman, basically dressed as a clown, I guess in the spirit of it or whatever, decided to go to this woman's house and basically do the unthinkable like Alicia Keys. But she didn't sing. She basically pulled out a gun when the woman came to the door and shot her straight in the head. And then decided to do something else that you all would have never thought that a person would do. But I'm going to read this story and I will give my opinion as we go. Virginia woman dresses as clown, kills woman, then marries victim's husband. Florida deputies say. So she not only killed the damn woman, but she turned around and married that same woman. She killed her husband. He didn't even know nothing about it. Now you can't tell me that's not cold right there. That's one of the coldest cases I ever seen right there. Like they had this case in a manila folder sitting on a block of ice. That's how cold this case was, and too many people died not to touch it. Anyway, I think the name of the city, Abingdon, Virginia. Maybe some of you all could tell me if that's the proper way to pronounce it. A Virginia woman dressed as a clown and murdered the wife of her future husband 27 years ago in Florida, according to deputies. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office said 40-year-old Marlene Warren was at her home in Wellington, Florida, along with her son and several of his friends, the morning of May 26, 1990. When a white Chrysler LeBaron pulled into the driveway. And all of us remember them old school Chrysler LeBarons, them New Yorkers, remember them? So she basically was secretly eyeing this man from a distance the whole time, and this woman did not know anything about it. She basically didn't even see it coming. That's very sad right there. Let's continue. A person dressed as a clown got out of the car and walked to the front door carrying a flower arrangement and two balloons, according to investigators. Marlene Warren answered the front door and was handed the flowers and balloons by the clown. Detectives stated the clown pulled out a gun, shot Marlene Warren in the face, calmly walked back to the car, and drove away, according to the officials. Now, here's a cold-blooded killer, something like the Iceman, something like Jeffrey Dahmer. These type of people who can just kill people and just remain calm, because you have to be sick individual to be able, number one, to kill somebody for no reason. Because I believe in an eye for an eye. If somebody do something to you, then you have a right, whether you want to call the police or whatever else. They shouldn't have messed with you first. But to go out and just intentionally hurt someone, no, I ain't with that. I do not like that. But then to kill somebody just because you want to be with they spouse, who the person with, that's pure jealousy, hatred, envy. That's what you call it right there. Just like on the movie Seven with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt, when they had the guy who what's his name, Kevin Spacey, I think, that played the guy that was real sick, and he envied Brad Pitt, and to show him how much he envied him, he chopped off his wife's head, put it in a box and everything, because he wanted that man life so bad, but he couldn't have it, so he killed his wife, took the most precious thing away from him. Kind of like in this instance right here, where you have this fatal attraction, this crazy type individual who would do anything to get what she want. And you have to be aware of people like this, because all killers don't come with tattoos all over their face. All killers don't walk around with their pants sagging off their ass. All killers all killers don't walk around with guns exposed everywhere. No, most of the main people who do the killing is regular looking people like me and you. You would never really know what you call the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde effect. Now, Marlene Warren died 2 days later at the hospital. At the time of Marlene Warren's murder, Sheila King, then 27, was identified as a suspect, but never arrested, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office stated. Her case went cold, but was reopened back in 2014. Detectives learned Sheila King married Michael Warren, Michael Warren's husband, in Las Vegas in 2002. Investigators also learned Sheila Keene Warren, now 54 years old, and Michael Warren owned and operated a restaurant together in Tennessee. So this woman not only married the woman husband who she killed, but at the same time opened up a restaurant, started a whole new life, basically took on this other woman identity, which is, I guess, identity fraud in a certain way, but took on this whole woman identity and everything and killed this woman. And my thing is this: how can you live with yourself knowing that you have killed another person? How can you be comfortable in your own skin? You know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of people just don't have a righteous bone in their body, because it's one thing to kill somebody, but it's one thing to try to take that person's place. That's just like somebody come along, knock me off, and then try to take my place, then put themselves up here as the Know the Ledge show and all this like that. And you all be like, okay, what happened to Trey? You know what I'm saying? Where is he at? You know, you cool, but he's great. But at the same time, you have to be aware of people that secretly envy you and want your spot. And the way you can tell by that is the things that come out their mouths. Listen to what people tell you. You know, stop being so naive thinking everything is honky-dory and everybody your friend and everybody love you. No, they don't. A lot of your so-called friends secretly hate you and envy you. If you think I'm lying, think back. Just think, you know, in the past few months, how many times y'all got into it over little things? How many times this person said slick stuff to you where you were like, I wonder is this person jealous of me? Or how many times you thought that your friend was jealous of you, whether because of the person you dating, because the man you got look good, or for the fellas, the woman you got look good. It goes both ways, vice versa. Now, according to the Palm Beach Post, property records show Sheila Keene Warren has owned a home in Abaddon, Virginia, near the Tennessee border since 2002. The Palm Beach Post reports Sheila Keene Warren worked for Michael Warren at his used car dealership in West Palm Beach, Florida, and investigators had been told that the two were having an affair. Family members also told the Palm Beach Post that Marlene Warren wanted to leave her husband but feared he would kill her. Evidence was presented to a grand jury in August of 2017 in a warrant issued for Sheila Keene Warren. The Washington County Sheriff's Office said Sheila Keene Warren was arrested in Abaddon, Virginia on Tuesday and charged with first-degree murder, which she should have. She was taken to jail in Washington County where she has been held awaiting extradition to Palm Beach County, Florida. Authorities have not stated whether Michael Warren had any connection, which I believe he did, or would be charged in his widow's death. The Palm Beach Post reports Michael Warren spent several years in prison for grand theft, racketeering, and odometer tampering in connection with his used car dealership. So here's a guy, basically, get these, for the people want to know what's a odometer. That's your mileage, how much mileage you got on your car and everything else. And it's a known fact that a lot of these car dealerships, well, quite a few of them, I'm not going to say a lot, but quite a few of these car dealerships, what they would do is take these used cars and just say if they got a 2000 Mercedes-Benz got 175,000 miles on it. What they'll do is get in there some kind of way and roll that odometer back. But see, a lot of this stuff is computerized, so it's a little harder to do it unless you know how to code and hack into the car system, because each car system, depending on the manufacturer, has a certain type of code setting where you can go in there and change the things. It's not like a regular manual odometer where you can see the numbers tick like on an old school car. Some of you all know what I'm talking about. So what they would do is go in there and roll this car back, like on a Mercedes with 175,000 miles, they'll roll it back to about like 100,000 miles. And you thinking that you got a pretty good deal on this Mercedes, wondering why it's so cheap. But the moment you have it about 30 days later, the transmission fall out. And the BMWs too, they love to do them to them, because the first thing goes out on most Beamers is transmission. So this guy right here also had crooked bones in his body. So that's why I made that illustration, because if he's that crooked to sit up here and play with people livelihoods, you know, people come in there thinking they're getting a good used car and he's pretty much selling them a lemon, you know, he would try to do anything else to get some money, which in case with him and this other woman that killed his wife, opened up a restaurant, life goes on. And the fact that the woman, she feared that her husband would kill her even before this woman came along and killed her. So let me know what you all think in the comment section about this, because this is a classic case of Fatal Attraction, The Hand That Rocked the Cradle, Basic Instincts all in one. This is a sad situation, but I tell you all, you have to be careful of the company you keep and the people that you let around you. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Till next time, stay blessed. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you like the video. Stay blessed. Keep your eyes open. I'm out.